Competition, yeah, that's for losers. I mean, we're taught our whole lives that competition is what makes us stronger. Hey, fight for the grades, fight for the job, fight for the promotion. But Peter Thiel, the guy who co-founded PayPal and was the first outside investor in Facebook, he argues the opposite in 0 to 1. And honestly, the more I thought about it, I think the more that makes sense actually. So let's break down what ideas from that book stuck out the most. So, what the heck is 0 to 1 anyway? So, here's the big idea there's a difference between progress and motion. What does that mean? Basically, going from 1 to 100, well, that's globalization. You're copying what already works and you're spreading it out. Like, think about it like this: you have a typewriter and you get more typewriters. So now you have 1 to 100, and then you get 1,000 and then 10,000. Okay. But going from 0 to 1, that's technology. A word that's going from something that has never existed before. So it's like going from a typewriter to a word processor. The problem is most people spend their whole lives in this 1 to 100 game. They're copying, competing, and fighting over that slice of the pie. The future? Yeah, well, that belongs to the people who create the new pies, which brings us to the uncomfortable truth. So, what is it? Well, Teal points out this wild statistic. The US airlines made 37 cents per passenger per profit in 2012. Meanwhile, Google's profit margin was 21% in total. And you can actually look up Google's numbers even today. It's been consistently that high throughout. Now, is Google that much smarter than every airline? Well, yeah, probably they are, but that's not really the difference. It has more to do with the fact that Google doesn't have real competition. They solved a unique problem so well that nobody else can touch them. Well, that is until the age of ChatGPT, but that's a different story. And here's the line that really got me: all happy companies, they're differentiated. They built a monopoly. All failed companies, well, they're the same. They couldn't escape competition. So the question becomes, how do you actually build a monopoly? That's right. Go big or go home. So Teal gives two rules here, and they're brutally simple. First, you can't be slightly better. You got to be 10 times better. Amazon didn't have more books. They had 10 times more books. They had like 100 times more books. They had like 1,000 times more books than any bookstore. PayPal wasn't like a little faster, it was 10 times faster. It was kicking everyone's butt. If you're only doing 20% better, people are not going to switch. Just the switching cost, it's too painful. The second thing, and this one kind of surprised me, is you got to start tiny, but it actually makes sense when you think about it. Meaning you don't want to chase 1% of a huge market. You want to dominate 80% of a small one and then expand out from there. And the pattern you'll notice with every huge company is that is exactly the strategy they used. Facebook didn't launch for the world, they launched just for Harvard and just Harvard. And once they owned that, they expanded to other colleges. Then they expanded to everything else, and they're in your phone and you can't get rid of them, and so on and so forth. The point is, you got to start small, you got to dominate, then you got to grow. So, what's the one thing you can take away from this? It's that we're raised to believe success is some kind of lottery ticket. Work hard, maybe get lucky, hope for the best. Hey, work hard, get lucky, hope for the best. Who knows, really? But Teal calls that an outright lie. If success were pure luck, serial entrepreneurs like Steve Jobs wouldn't exist. But they keep winning. The future isn't something that happens to you, it's something you build. So the real question is, what's a truth you believe that nobody else agrees with? Because that disagreement, that's going to be your gate from 0 to 1. Thank you guys for watching. If you liked what you saw, feel free to like, subscribe, and follow. And I'll see you guys in the next one.